Hi, welcome back to Gap Girls BTS Reactions. We are reacting to a compilation video of RM being BTS's leader, and the video is called Namjoon's Serious Leader Moments That Low-Key Intimidates Me, Why RM is BTS's Leader.
That's a long title.
Well, do you kind of understand what the clips are going to be?
I'm assuming RM ordering people around, or, being bossy.
Not so much. So I watched this one. It's really funny because you typically watch the BTS videos.
Right.
But I watched this one because anything RM related. Hey, I'm there. So I watched this one, and so I'll the subtitles go by so fast. So I'll kind of describe each moment and why RM is... He just gives the guys these intense, knock it off faces. So he's not necessarily bossy, not like Jin, but he definitely puts the guys in their place and keeps everything in order.
Well, I suppose you need someone like that to control the timing, the schedule. Let's get serious. Let's get moving. You need a leader like that. Otherwise, there's going to be chaos if everyone wants to just clown around. Yeah,
because there's 7 of them. So one of them's got to be the one to keep everybody in check and keep things moving, keep it smooth. But also there's some clips where he's protecting them from, other people. So
I can see that.
Okay, so let me give you some backstory. In this first clip, they're making a speech, and J-Hope specifically is making a speech, and the younger BTS members, Jungkook and I think V, are kind of joking around while J-Hope is making his speech. So RM is death staring them and kind of makes this little move on stage and taps them to basically tell him, knock it off. Respect your elder. Because J-Hope is one of their elders making a speech at this award show, and RM's basically putting him in check.
Well, good for him.
And giving them the death stare. So anyways, not to give that away, but I'm just explaining what's happening.
Okay.
So you understand what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, because I definitely have not seen this one.
Yeah. So you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
All right. Okay, so J-Hope is going to start making his speech. Oh, it's Jungkook and maybe Jimin and V.
7 멤버 모두 음악에 대한 열정과 애정이 정말 남다릅니다. 멤버 모두 음악에 대한 열정과 애정이 정말 남다릅니다. 네. 한 곡이 탄생하기 전까지 어떤 주제와 이야기를 하면 좋을지, 그리고 전까지 어떤 주제와 이야기를 하면 좋을지, 그리고 어떤 스타일과 어떤 빛을 하면 좋을지.
See, RM is very low-key about it, but he walks behind him and must tap him on the back or something and tell him knock it off.
He looks mad.
Yep.
그런 과정과 여러분의 수정을 통해 방탄소년단의 곡이 탄생합니다.
See how Jungkook kind of stopped talking?
Yeah.
Okay, and so this one took me a while to kind of figure out what was going on. So it looks like they're doing some kind of interview, and V is asking somebody to bring him water, but it seems like they're trying to keep up with a schedule, and he needs to take his photo or something. He needs to take the shot and pose, and so RM is like, just wait to get some water. Just take the shot already, man. But V's so fixated on getting water. Anyways, what did you think about the first one?
Ooh.
Those looks RM was giving them.
I don't think I've ever seen that side of RM, but I understand it because it seemed like V and Jungkook
and Jimin a little bit.
They were kind of chatting and goofing around, and I could tell RM was a little bit annoyed. And then for him to walk past them. And you're probably right. He probably did kind of hit him in the
flicked him on the back of the head and you knock it off.
well, I understand, because when I was a little girl, my father was so strict. And whenever any of us would get out of hand, even just a tiny little bit, all he had to do was give us that look, and then just say calmly, just say our name, so and so, and just stare at you until you finally.
Yeah, so that's basically what RM did. But when he was staring at him and they weren't calming down, you have to hand it to RM for how he handled the situation, because I bet you everybody in the audience didn't know what was going on.
Oh, absolutely
not. And he didn't have to go out of his way and embarrass them or correct them in a way that embarrassed them. He did it very subtly. He walked behind them and kind of just shifted positions on stage, and he handled it very well.
I think he's a very classy guy.
Yes, very classy. Okay, so this one is about the whole water thing. RM's faces. He's like, dude, just sit down. He's like, Taeyoung, just sit down. So I think they're supposed to be sitting, taking pictures right now. And then he, of course, V spills the water. Then RM snatches it like, get it together. See? V's like, oh, oops.
And he's probably looking at the person who's about to hand him the water. No, not right now.
See, I think that's the picture that V needed to get. So I think he's trying to keep a schedule. I think RM knows like what needs to happen next. A picture needs to happen, or an interview, or whatever, and just wait to get your water after we get this done so we can keep this going.
Okay, that's understandable.
And then especially when V goes and drops the water and spills it on the ground, and RM just snatches it. Let me tell you, See, now he can drink his water. Now that they're leaving the stage.
너무 빨리 나간 거 같아. 나도 좀 늦게 나니까 너 내 옆에 붙어 같이 하는 거. 네가 살짝 오른쪽으로 빠져줘야 더. 내가 왼쪽에 내가 약간 얘는 뒤에 나 따라갈게. 둘 다 애니메이션이고 우리 빡세고 멋있게 하는데 너무 흥분하지 말고 안무 너무 우리 식대로 해석하지 말고 원래 배웠던 대로 최대한 그렇게 하자. 원래 배웠던 대로 최대한 그렇게 하자.
It just seems like so much pressure.
Oh yeah, they're all feeling it. I just feel like RM is the sports coach giving the pep talk in the locker room before the big game, you know? I feel like that's what's happening right now. He's just making sure, okay, everybody, you're supposed to know how we're supposed to walk for this song. You're supposed to do this. Just stick with the choreo. Let's just go get it.
And then hands together. Yay, we can do it.
저번에 형 그거 빨리 가주셔야 돼요. 그 형이 파트 끝나기 전.
Oh yeah, this one is an argument between V and Jin, and then RM comes in and, you know, leaders and kind of resolves this argument between the two of them.
This should be interesting.
까지는 무조건 1에 계셔야 돼요, 그게. 예.
나 거리 가늠이 안 가가지고.
가늠이 안 가는 게 아니라 1에는 어차피 가 있어야 돼.
1에는 섰지.
네.
수기가 섰지.
그리고 나서 형 그거 멀죠, 봄날. 어제 뛰어가는데 형이 좀만 더 빨리 뛰어가 주셨으면 좋겠어요. 제가 뒤에서 형이 뛰어가는 걸 보고
아 어제 멀었어. 저번에 멀었어. 저번에 내가 전속력으로 뛰었거든. 있는 이것. 그러니까 땅땅땅 박자 맞추고 바로 출발해가지고.
이게 형이 준비 타임이 너무 길었어요.
아니 보폭을 조금만 줄이면 된다니까.
그러니까 제가 그때
So they're both just like, V is like, you need to run faster. And then Jin is like, why don't you take shorter strides? And like neither of them are,
하는 게 아니라
I don't know, giving in.
하고 나서 형이 이게 준비 시간이 길어가지고 이걸 좀만 타이트하게 빨리 가줬으면 좋겠다는 거죠.
그래서 그거 내 솔직히 그거 내 최대한으로 제일 빠르게 하고 있다니까. 그래서 니한테 걸음 보폭을 반 걸음만 줄여달라고 하는
그러니까 제가 이거 보폭을 내가 뭐 어떻게든 한번 줄여볼 테니까 이렇게 하는 거 형이 준비 시간 이렇게 하는 것만 제가 줄여달라는 거예요.
그걸 진짜 내 최대한 제일 빠르게 하고.
그러니까 이게
They're so frustrated.
일단 지금 8시야. 야, 잠깐만 지금 들어가야 되는데 뭐 하는 거야 이게 지금? 일단은 뭐 지금 갑자기 이걸 당장 해결할 수 없잖아. 뭐 갑자기 뭐 누가 잘못했네, 이거 잘못했네.
Good for him.
잘못했어. 무대적으로 얘기를 했는데 내가
Aw.
너무.
And look, now they're making up. That was childish, sorry. I admit it.
나중에 좀 더 우리끼리 나중에 얘기를 하고.
우리끼리 이야기를 하자. 지금 진짜 시간이 없어.
지금 들어가야 돼, 형. 형은 지금 미치씨 줄 서가지고 공연 보겠다고 기다리는데 앞에서 좀 그러지 말자, 다들.
I have to hand it to all these guys. I have to hand it to RM for trying to calmly remedy the situation.
Yeah.
And then I have to hand it to Jin, because a lot of times people's egos get in the way. I'm right, you're wrong.
They can't admit.
They can't admit, but it takes a strong person to admit that they're wrong. So I admire all of them, how they handle things.
Just that they didn't handle the situation right.
Right, exactly.
여기 문제가 아니고 일단 지금 공연 잘해야 돼.
잘하다 공연이다 공연 뛰어
아 진짜 방탄소년단 거 하자. 이도 아니고 진도 아니고 오래 못하게. 방탄소년단은 그 여러.
Oh, okay. So this one is about. Okay, RM is very clever. He is a very, very, very smart person.
Oh yeah.
So they're getting asked a question that is either making them uncomfortable or that they're not allowed to talk about. So this reporter is asking this question, but kind of not really asking the question just straight up. He's kind of being a little, I don't know, rude. He's trying to get he's trying to get a certain, by phrasing the question the way he phrases it as the reporter, he's trying to get a certain answer instead of asking a question and letting the answer be natural. And I think he's asking a question that they're not allowed to talk about, some sort of infringement or something with one of their songs. And so RM kind of restructures the reporter's own question and is like, is this what you meant to ask? Kind of, he's protecting the rest of the guys.
He's a smart man.
From having to answer this question that it wasn't really fair in the way that it was structured.
Okay, now I'm curious.
Okay.
작품들에게서 영감을 얻는 편인 것 같아서 질문.
Oh, see, I just caught that. BTS intends to be inspired by many other sources of art. So this reporter is kind of insinuating that BTS copied somebody else.
Yes, I could see that.
Yeah, so with that in mind.
작품들에게서 영감을 얻는 편인 것 같아서.
And you could already see the gears starting to go in RM's mind.
앨범 이외에 다른 작품, 다른 앨범, 이전에 발표했던 앨범들에 대해서 작업을 하면서 좀 영감을 많이 얻으셨던 게 맞는지 궁금했고, 그 2월 달에 좀 언급이 됐던 그 윙스 피땀 눈물 요거 관련해서 뭐 얘기가 나온 걸로 알고 있는데 혹시 이 부분에 대해서 혹시 영감과 관련하거나
That does sound a little rude.
So do you see, like, he's saying, oh, you get inspired by other works of art and you had issues with wings. Do you want to talk about that? Like, he's insinuating that they're copying somebody.
Yes. Yeah.
And so you could already see RM starting to get a little like, where is this going? You could look at, I mean, his brow is all furrowed. You can really tell that he's not liking this question very much.
Yeah.
보도가 됐던 내용들에 대해서 혹시 좀 말씀해 주실 수 있는지 궁금해서 질문 드립니다.
I'm gonna end this man's career.
제가 지금 정리를 하는데 다시 한 번만 좀 정리해서 질문 한번 해주실 수 있으실까요, 지금?
네. 아마 그 여태까지 제가 내서던 작품들에 대해서 계속 어떤 작품들에서 영향을 받았는지 그리고 또 윙스 피땀 눈물은 특히나 어떻게
And you're
영향을
asking what inspired Wings in particular. I think that was your question. Is that my understanding? See how clever he is? He's totally
so quick.
rephrased the reporter's rude question and rephrased it into a not rude question and was like, is this what you're trying to ask us? Very clever.
네, 제가 이해하고 있는 게 사실 제가 그 윙스하고 피땀 눈물 언급했던 거는 그때 이제 뭐 문제가
There was
됐던
something problematic about it. Plagiarism. And look at RM's face. He's just like
언급해서 여쭤본 거였고요. 그거에 대해서 그냥 뭐 질문이 좀 불편할 수는 있겠지만 답변을 좀 듣고 싶은 부분 때문에 질문을 드렸습니다.
네, 그거에 대해서는 저희 회사에서 이제 저희 회사 법무팀에서 작가님이 이야기를 하고 있고요. 저희 의견, 저희 생각도 회사랑 동일하다고 생각을 하고 있습니다. 네, 그건에 대해서는 회사에서 지금 처리를 하고 있기 때문에 뭐 결과가 나오면 알겠죠.
You'll see when the results come out. Thanks. I love that. Just shut him down. Like, our legal team is handling it and our reputation will be redeemed when the results come out.
I have no doubt.
So it shows that RM not only handles squabbles between the other guys and he keeps everybody in check, he keeps the schedule, going and make sure everybody's hitting their marks and everything, but he's also protective of them from other people.
Yes, that's pretty incredible.
And so when there's an uncomfortable question that a reporter asks, RM takes over. And Suga too.
Yes,
he
Suga
handles
too.
himself really well in that.
He's very calm.
Very calm, poised, like we said, classy.
Classy.
Yeah. So,
was that the end of it?
That was the end. Those were the clips.
Oh, wow. I wanted to see more.
So it just shows Namjoon's just his leadership skills and that he can be stern and strict when he needs to, like in the first clip. When the younger guys,
without having to make a big deal of it.
Without having to embarrass them, because that's the biggest thing, right? Sometimes you do something wrong and you need to be reprimanded, but the person reprimanding you does so in a way that embarrasses you.
Yes.
In front of other people. Mm-hmm. And, then you feel more like crap.
Yes, because that style is not effective.
If it's not effective and it just makes you feel bad. If you needed to get reprimanded or told that you shouldn't do that, that's one thing. But then to throw that embarrassment in there. So he handles it very subtly. He doesn't have to embarrass the other guys who are kind of acting up. He doesn't have to embarrass them in order to make a point. He's just very subtle and he's very stern. But then you see that, football coach, giving you a speech to pep you up, pep talk side to him before the concert. And so he's very inspirational. He wants everybody to do well and inspire the guys to do their best during the concert. And then he's also kind of the person to settle the squabbles amongst the other members. And then you see the interview clip, and he's just very quick-witted, very, very, very smart in the way that he was restructuring that guy's question to kind of tell the guy off a little bit. Like, is this what you wanted to ask us? It better be.
Good for him. I even have
kind
more,
of protecting the other guys.
I even have more respect for him.
Yeah.
He is a wonderful leader.
He is. It just shows that to be a leader, you have to have a lot of different approaches to your leadership. It can't always just be tough love all the time. It can't always just be pep talk all the time. You have to kind of know when to use the different tactics to be a leader. So he's a great leader.
And I can guarantee the other members that are sitting there thinking, I wouldn't even know how to answer this question without, getting myself into trouble.
Exactly.
They're probably so relieved that RM and Suga kind of takes over. So it's like, whew, okay.
Yes, and Suga definitely has that very just matter of fact, but calm.
Very calm.
Energy.
Yeah.
Just, he says what he has to say, and that's the end of it. He does it, there's no nastiness. There's no like, told ya. There's no like childishness. It's just, this is what I have to say.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah. Just answers the question very matter-of-factly, very straightforward.
Yes. Love that about him.
Sort of intimidating too.
A little intimidating.
Yeah. Good for him.
I know.
Because, the question was rude and inappropriate.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I love RM even more.
Exactly. So you now you get to see his leader side to him.
Yeah, it does kind of elevate him. Now I can see why he's the leader.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it. We will be reacting to a lot more of these style videos. And so subscribe to our channel, come back and check out all the other reactions that we have, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.